right. This screen is made out of pixels, tiny, tiny dots that collectively make the whole picture. So this world and humanity is made out of pixels of the people who are in it. So each one of us, you and I, are part of what makes the world. And when we understand that the pixels make the screen, each person makes the world, then we go back to the one pixel person that we have control over, the opportunity to change. And this goes into the Ho'oponopono concept, where the ancient Hawaiian culture is about understanding that we are a part of everything. And, if you think about it, think about your personality, think about who you are. You are like first your genetics, your natural biological genetics that came from your parents, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, hundreds of people at least, right? So you're a combination of those things. And also who you act as, what your character is. That's a combination of all the people you engage with. The language that you're speaking, that came from the people around you who taught you how to communicate in language. The habits that you have, even the mannerisms you have, that comes from people around you. The thoughts you have come from people around you. So if it's coming from people around you, it's also coming from within you out to people around you, right? So if you want to see something in the world, you bring it forth from within you outwards. If you don't want to see something in the world, you identify that thing, then you go inwards and find what part of that thing do I have within myself? What thinking, what attitude, what behavior is it that I have that contributes to that thing that I no longer want in the world? So let's look at the world as it is now, right? Huge fear, right? We're afraid of the tiniest little thing. Something you can't even see. Something that's been around us all the time, but suddenly it is scarier than hell. So in this scarier than hell, we're creating a hell, right? We're confining ourselves, we're locking ourselves down, we're stopping ourselves from connecting with one another, from doing what we had felt was freeing and natural before. So this fear is also constricting us and leaving our freedom behind. So then we have to look within. What part of me engages and supports fear? If I want things to change on the outside, I am the impact for that is on the outside. I am part of it. I am a pixel. I change this pixel. So let's just go back to the neutrality of the screen, this display screen. If I want the yellow of my shirt to move upwards, and turn that gray pixel into a yellow pixel, that pixel has to decide to change, right? I don't know if it makes sense or not, but you can ponder on it and you can just think about that you are a part. You're like a drop in the ocean. Just like in the fish tank when I fill up the new water in the fish tank. But before, I have to I fill up a bucket of water, and then before it goes into the fish tank, I have to put in a couple of drops, just 2 drops in this whole big bucket of water that will neutralize the damaging, like chlorine and chemicals that are in the water that would harm the fish. So just 2 drops is what it takes for this whole big water. So we are like a drop in the ocean of humanity. If we are the drop that neutralizes the fear by bringing in love, alchemizing through love, everything that's there to fear. Oh, the bug. Love it. Love it. You can still push it away gently, but love it. Oh, the snake, then you love it, and you can walk away from it. I have that experience. I was rock climbing in West Virginia, and I can't remember what you do, scaling, where you're in between two rocks and your hand and foot, and it's just the pressure on the outside. That's how you get up. So I was scaling up a pretty deep, incline. And when I got up to where the earth was again, there was a little twig, and on that twig was this very poisonous copperhead snake, a small one, a baby one. Right kind of here at my eyes, right at my nose, kind of. And I couldn't just drop. I couldn't just drop down because it was too far to drop down. I had to get up. So I basically took my fear, and I realized that little baby copperhead also had fear for me. And I spoke to it from my heart. And I said, sweetie, dear, lovely, beloved copperhead snake, I think you're afraid as I'm afraid. Why don't you crawl away? You crawl away, so then I can go up and pass by you. And guess what happened? That snake crawled away. So I took love. I took my fear and I called upon love. And that's what we can do with everything. Take your fear and let it be a call for more love, for greater love. And I had such a love. I had such a love for that little copperhead snake that I remember it to this day. And that was 30 years ago, maybe, right? So see how impactful it is when you can take your fear and just let it be a call for love and pull in love. Pull in love from your divine beings, from the universe, from God, from your ancestry, from Mother Earth. Just pull in the love. Just fill it with love. And then when we're so filled with love, there's no room for fear. There's no room for the stuff that we don't want, right? Pull in the love however it is. Loving yourself, being kind to yourself, appreciating the beauty of Mother Nature, appreciating every abundance that you have, every friend that you have, every meal that you have, every ability in your body that you have. This gratitude is the key to really finding your abundance and your joy and your happiness. So remember, we are the pixels that make the world. Do your part. Fill yourself with love. The places that are the counter to the love, the fear places, let them be the call to love. And let that love come in. and we'll make a beautiful world.